Atomic here. I'm just currently getting all the links out so that other people can go ahead and watch. But yeah, today I'll be working on my build that I've been working on for a while now. But it is going to be a lot more finished by the end of the stream. But yeah, this is going to be a lot more fun than because I'll be taking suggestions from you guys on what happened, on what goes inside the build and whatnot. And yeah, let's get into this so I can show you guys what I've done since then. Let me actually change my skin. Alright, so compared to last time, as you can see, I never had this parking lot here, as well as this massive forest that I put down over the long road. And I have a thing here for a as like a road exit, which I'm gonna probably place a bit more forestation here to end up making it look better, but not at the moment. But if we and then a massive sign indicating that you're going to the Pizzaplex, and then if we go along the road, at the end of it, we will just here we are. And since we're at the end of the road, we'll end up coming to the town. And as you can see, we can see like a few things here that are quite new. Like we got a flower shop here. We got Smiles and Servos, which is a bunch of endos, and then Dreadbear in here for a shop. And then Stan's Budget Tech, which we have Trash in the Gang. Then over here, we just have a bunch of little houses. And so the little houses are going to be, all the living spaces are going to be for the some of the main cast. So Vanessa, Henry, well, not Henry, Vanessa, Charlie, Michael, Evan. And then this house is for, is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. This one in particular is for the two main characters that we have, which is Adam and Nora, which I still need need a body actor and voice actor for. And it has to be the same for both. And let's go back down the road, back over to the Pizzaplex. And so I still need to do like a little bit of something out here. I'm not entirely sure what, but you guys can go ahead and let me know what I should do out here. And then if we go inside, this is like a security depot up here, like to a security checkpoint. So we have this one right here and then this one over here. And then inside of episode 1, some of the rooms are going to be under construction. And so we got the main entrance right here. And then over here we have Carney's casino down here. So yeah, he's not down here, but he's upstairs. Which I should probably take this elevator back up to. And yes, there are multiple elevators that the animatronics are going to be able to use inside the series. And up here we have Carney's Bar. And as you can see on the wall, wait a minute. As you can see on the wall, Carney's a bit he's a bit strapped. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and exit here. And so three of the rooms that are under construction are the mediocre cafe, which has 2 floors, but the second floor isn't connected to anything on the bottom floor. So the only way in and out is the elevator for it. And then we have Lolbit's gift shop over here. And I am using the more decor mod as well as the regular management wanted mods as like a main staplement for this build. But I'm using like a few things that aren't those. Like the Chica cutout from CS FNAF and whatnot. And so yeah, if you do look inside of here, let me just, you can see like barely that Wolbit is on her stage in there. And so yeah, and then the upstairs would just be a like a fun little thing of oh, grab your stuff and then go down below where the checkout is. And then over here we have the daycare, which doesn't have a second floor exit unless you count the parts and service room that is in the back for it and Wolbit's gift shop. So let me go ahead and go this way and then go into spectator and then game mode creative. So yeah, we have a parts and service that's for a little bit gift shop and the daycare, which is this room right here. The mods don't have very many Wolbit or well, they probably have more Wolbit and puppet stuff, but there's not really that much, unfortunately, that I can actually put inside of a parts and service room. So this is all I can really do at the moment, unfortunately. And then yeah, this room here is the daycare. And you can see that it's gonna have a bit of space for stuff and whatnot. So yeah. Oh yeah, then there's vents on the bottom floor, but we'll get back to the bottom floor in a moment. We're gonna continue looking at the top floor here. What the hell, my game crashed. Okay, give me a moment. Don't tell me you're about to crash again, game. I think this game's about to fucking crash again. It better not. Oh, okay, it didn't. That's good. Oh, please do not crash. Please do not crash. Just let me back inside the world so I can get some building going. Okay, it sent me back to Carney's casino. Alright. Anyways, back with the tour. So, this is like the little area that you'd see inside of security breach, like where the stairs end up leading up to, and it ends up being this one little area that end up going to the elevators, but in this case, just doorways to the main atrium, and the staff break room, which this was done by my good friend Superiority. Credits go to him for this part, as well as a few of the decorations, like the gumball machines, the first aid kits. Like, he did a lot of the interior design for some of these rooms. Like, as you will see, if we end up going down... Oh, wait. Okay, it's on the bottom floor. But on the bottom floor is the employee locker room, which we'll go ahead and check that out in a moment. But, yeah, let's continue showing you guys the upstairs area here. And, yeah, over here we have Monty's Golf, which my good friend Wyatt is working on. I made the statue well, I used a schematic of someone else's for the Freddy statue but then I ended up replacing all the blocks with framed blocks so that we could actually get that golden look. And then an elevator right here that goes down to Bonnie Bowl. And then as you can see, it says under construction, please come back later. That's mainly for the stuff. And then over here we got parts and service. Pyro, my good friend Pyro did some of the interior in here. Like the gun bench here, the gun stuff here. And I think he was aiming for it to be basically workshops for parts and service. But as you can see here, we have Molten Freddy, we have Scrap Baby, and then we have Lefty on this table here. And then as you can see, Scrap Baby is in the same position that she was for the FNAF 6 cutscene at the beginning of the game, where you end up interviewing the animatronics and go with the radio. So yeah, then over here we have Parts Cove. I gotta re-put the roof on here, but then if any of you want to help me out, I'd like to make this a pirate-themed lazy river in here. And then of course there's the blocked-off elevator where even employees aren't allowed to go in. Alright, let's go into spectator mode and then go through here. Creative mode. Close the doors. And then if we go down... But I'm not actually going to show you anything down here just yet. But just a slight little glance. And then I'm going to go back into spectator. And then back into creative. So yeah, that's all the rooms are still being worked on. And then we're gonna go ahead and check out the rooms that are completed. Most of them at least. Like Fazbear's Pizza here. I'm probably gonna put a few more decoration, like a few more things on the tables. But I want your guys' opinion on that. And then we got the parts and service room for Freddy, for Freddy's Pizza. Fazbear's Pizza. It's going to be one of the two for the name. And then over here we got the kitchen for it. Actually, I need to fix that. Okay. Yeah, then we got the kitchen here. We got fryers. We got the meat machine, the not meat machine, and then the cheese machine, and then over here the sauce machines, and then the ovens from Security Breach. And these ones in particular come from the Ultimate Faz Craft mod. The Ultimate Faz mod, I believe is the name of it. So yeah. Yeah, basically everything in this kitchen is from the Ultimate Faz mod. And yeah. Alright, now we're going to be able to go downstairs. And you'll see inside of the main atrium here, we have concession stands with some of the lesser known fan-made animatronics. So they have Pop Goes the Weasel selling sandwiches. We have Percy the dog selling sushi. We have Candy the cat selling burgers. And then El Chip himself selling Mexican cuisine. Yeah, then there's like little dining areas here for that are themed after the character, which Superiority did. And again, Superiority, thank you, my friend, if you end up watching this or not. And then I did the arcade, and then the parts and service room, which is right there. And as you can see here, I think I did a pretty good job here. Like, we even have Candy Cadet. Hey, buddy, how's it going? And, yeah. And then, like, a little prize counter here for Fredbear's Arcade with some of the Fredbear's Family Diner items in here. And then over here, we have for the parts and service room. So we got a hospital poster to symbolize the Bite of 83 inside of the games, even though that doesn't happen in this, because Evan's still alive inside the lore of my thing. Then we got Springtrap, well, Spring Bonnie's head and banjo, and then Fredbear's head and microphone. Then we got spare suits of them over here, and then some posters. Yeah. And then if we head this way, we have Mazer Size with Chica being the main attraction of it. And I'm pretty proud of this room because this is one of the first rooms I finished. Like, I made a maze, I made a kitchen for it. Like, do you see this kitchen? It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy that I got it on how well I did on it. And then on stage, as you can see, we have Retro Chica and Rockstar Chica. Probably gonna have to fill that in, but I won't at the moment. Anyways, as you can see here, we have the maze, and that's the exit right there, and then over here is the entrance. And so originally I had the nightmare statues in here, but because I ended up messing something up with the entities, I ended up just getting rid of all entities. And that included the statues of the nightmare animatronics, which I'm going to put back soon. And then over here, we have Bonnie Bowl. And so as you can see, we have 3 bowling lanes, and then a table, a few tables, and then Rockstar Bonnie and Retro Bonnie on stage. I was about to work on the kitchen in here last night, but I got tired and went to bed. And then over here we have the parts and service room for Bonnie, which I have not gotten done yet either. And then a little bit of a lag spike here. And then last room inside the main atrium area is the office. Well, the top floor office anyways. As you can see, we got doors, we got working lights, and then fully integrated camera system. And these cameras here are specifically only for the top floor. Yeah. So now, how about we go ahead and check out the last few rooms that are down below, which are this way. And here's one of them, which is the office, the bottom floor office, and this shows off all the, basically there's cameras in every room of this bottom floor as well. As you can see here. Then right on over here is the employee locker room, and then another vent here. And actually, let me just go ahead and there we go. And then back here we have a storage room. Yeah, we got a storage room, and it has a bit of everything. We have endo heads, we have food. And then this just leads back to the main lobby. So yeah, and the vent here leads to the mediocre cafe's bottom floor. Yeah, there's two vents in here. And yeah, this one is pretty cool. And then the last place I do have the showcase for you guys is the underground pizzeria. And a lot of credit to the person that did make the pizzeria, because I did use someone else's build for it, and I'm gonna give credit to them where it's due, because they did an amazing job on it. This isn't, so technically it ain't withered down, unfortunately, which is gonna have to be done manually, but it will be worth it in the end with how it looks. And then let's go down. And here we are. We are at Freddy at Circus Baby's Pizza World. And let's go right on inside. And I'm probably going to have one of my builders make this area look a bit more cave-like, because it does just look like a big giant rectangle inside of here at the moment. But the build is going to look a lot more withered down than it is right now. And I left cutouts around I put a few additions of my own, like cutouts, and then these guys here. And then the withered animatronics. Yeah, we don't talk about him. We never talk about the purple guy. Purple guy, what are you talking about? I never saw a purple guy here. Yeah, all the rooms have a cool little thing here. And if you notice that there are tread plates on the floor, it's because inside of the series, when Adam ends up getting stuck down here for a little bit, he has to, one of the animatronics will only be able to move on these tread plates. And it's really cool. We have, okay, yeah, then we got two little arcades here and over there. And then we have the kitchen with, you guessed it, Chica body. Then over here, we'll have the animatronic with that only goes on the tread plates, which is none other than PT Observer, who has a camera for a head and a broken down body. And so, yeah, this place, I'm going to have to make it look more withered in the future, but we're going to continue working on stuff on the build above. Yeah, so we're going to start with Frostbear's ice cream first. All right, let's go over here. All right. Now it's time for Frostbear's stuff, and yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one because there's not too many like actual ice cream items. Like, let me look it up here. Let me see. Yeah, there's not too many ice cream items, but I can go ahead and see if some of these items are placeable, because if they are, that would be really nice. So let's see if these are placeable or not. Nope. These unfortunately are not. Wait a minute, don't I have editable armor stands on here? No, I don't. Alright, so we're just gonna have to do this old school then. With a good old framed item frame. One right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. So we're going to put the berry ice cream down, we're going to put the chocolate one down, the mango ice cream, and then the strawberry ice cream. We're going to get rid of that, and then grab some white concrete, and then tap the item frames to make it look like they're a bunch of plates. Yeah. We got a bunch of plates in here now, and now let's go ahead and get some ice cream stuff going. So let's go to freezer. There is only one at the moment, unfortunately. Like, none of the mods, except for Yusha, have a freezer in them. So, just gotta do what we got. Okay, gonna leave some room for counter space, which we're going to reuse. Gonna go ahead and reuse something. No, we're not going to use any of those. Alright, scroll down a little. Scroll down a little more. A little bit more. No. Okay. We're gonna look at kitchen stuff then. Gonna grab that kitchen vent there, and then we're gonna grab this kitchen cabinet. Yeah, and so this is just gonna have a bunch of ice cream machines on them. Then let me know if there is anything I can fix about the build. If there isn't anything, and it's good, and all that. Alright, do I have the furniture mod on here? Don't think I do, so we'll just use the next best option. We'll use the wooden table. Also, how many of you guys are excited for version 1 of 1.0 for Management Wanted to come out? I can tell you guys, I'm very excited because it'll end up making like some of this stuff a lot more easier. Like specifically, they're gonna actually have a mechanic where you can actually tell the animatronics to go somewhere. Alright, we're gonna put the ice cream machines right here. Not over there. We're gonna go ahead and use our good old trick again. And then we're going to place all of these in these. Bada bing, bada boom. And then flip these around. And then make these look like they're facing the corners. And then face these this way. And get rid of all of that. And then get the white concrete again to go ahead and do this. And bam! Our little ice cream parlor here is done. Now we're going to go ahead and go get this parts and service room done. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna grab parts and service body. And then we'll go ahead and get some other things relating to Bonnie in particular. Specifically the unwithered version, which is the retro Bonnie. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab that, and then we'll grab this Bonnie poster, and then we'll continue scrolling downward and see that we have some more stuff here. Let's grab the Bonnie head. Let's grab the Bonnie stand. We'll go ahead and grab the both versions of the Bonnie thing here. Then scroll up. See if we can find Rockstar Bonnie's head. Yes, we can. Let's put the coffee in there. Now let's get some of these posters up first. And bam. We don't need too many of them. So we can go ahead and get rid of them immediately. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put the Bonnie stand right here. Ooh, no. Alright, we'll use this version then. I just remembered how much I don't like this freaking stand because it doesn't go face the right direction. There we go. I was standing in front of the poster. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and put this cutout right here, and then this cutout right over here. So we can get rid of these guys, and then we're going to grab the guitar. I'll also grab this one from the CS FNAF mod to symbolize Rockstar Bonnies. And then we're going to go ahead and... Oh, wrong thing. The backstage shelf. So we're going to put Rockstar's Bonnie head here and here, and then Bonnie's head here and here. And then we'll use this for Rockstar Bonnie, and then this one for regular Bonnie. That's almost all the things we have here done. But now comes in the fun part. So we're grabbing some animatronic parts, and then we're going to grab the wooden table. So there's the parts and service body, and then we're going to put a bunch of these parts around the room, even next to him, and bam! Bonnie Bowl parts and service is done. Next, I don't remember what's next actually. I did the kitchen. I did the parts and service for this room. You know what? Let's put the statues back for the nightmare animatronics. Let's find the right tab here. There it is. Alright, we'll grab Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare... Well, not Nightmare Mangle. We'll grab Nightmare Freddy, though. We'll grab Nightmare BB. And then Nightmarion. And then I'll go ahead and place them back where they were inside the maze. Which for Freddy was right here. Then Bonnie was over here. And then Chica was right over here. Then over this way, in this little hallway here, was Nightmarion. And then not over here. Right here was Nightmare BB. And then around the end here of this maze, on this side, when we fix that, was Nightmare Fredbear. But yeah, that's the build so far. And what I've gotten done, and then I did some stuff here on stream. And how long has this stream been going? Almost an hour. Holy moly. Uh, yeah, give me recommendations and whatnot on what you guys think would be good for some of these rooms. Like, I want to do Wilbit's Gift Shop next. Start working on that next, but I want you guys to let me know on what you think I should do. And then, I got the cafe still to do, which I will probably do with my friend Wyatt. And, there's not really anything else that I can really do on stream. But let's go ahead and stand next to Carney here. And well, I'm just gonna say this now. I hope you all have a nice day. And it was a nice stream, even though not really anyone was in it, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope y'all have a nice day. And yeah.